Hello, my name is Mr. Schreiber, and today I would like to talk about how art can teach us a whole lot about history. When we see a painting or a drawing or a sculpture from the past, we get a little glimpse into the way that people long before us lived their lives. We can learn about the struggles that they faced, the journeys that they took, the celebrations that they had, the food that they ate, and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at a painting by Peter Bruegel the Elder called A Peasant Wedding from the 1500s. When we study a painting very closely, we can learn so much about the culture and customs of the people from that time. We might see what sort of food was served at a wedding for the common people. What kind of hats might have been worn? Maybe what instruments would have been played? We can even see what the children might have been doing while the adults celebrated. So much from just one painting from over 400 years ago. And now I'd like to share with you a book about the incredible African American artist named Romare Bearden, whose artwork can teach us a lot about an important period in America's past. My Hands Sing the Blues, Romare Bearden's Childhood Journey, written by Jean Walker Harvey, illustrated by Elizabeth Zunon. I snip a patch of color and add a cutout face. Oh, I glue on jazzy blue for sky and add another face. People walk into my work as if it's always been their place. My hands sing the blues when I paint and cut and paste. I never know what I'll create when I paint and cut and paste. I use paper, fabrics, photos, and nothing goes to waste. Today my memory whirls back to my North Carolina past, swirling days of hot July, picking berries in my past. Just then, a train roars across my canvas with a loud and steamy blast. I'm back as a boy, talking with great-grandma down the old dirt road. I'm walking with great-grandma down the old dirt road to the land of the Cherokees, from where her stories flowed. Rocking on her creaky swing, we hear the crickets chirp. We feel the humming of Magnolia Mill and hear the crickets chirp. We gulp down warm tomato slices, trying not to slurp. Riding up on great-grandpa's shoulders, I'm a strong and mighty tower. My chin resting on his head, I'm a strong and mighty tower. We're watching the good trains go by, hour after hour. We know every train by its swinging whistle tune. Each engineer plays a different whistle tune, like the Atlanta-New York special, sizzling through at noon. The trains cha-chunk on by. Woo, 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 woo. One more round of whistles. Woo, 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 woo. Wah, wah, dee, doo. Whir, dee, whir. Wah, wah, dee, doo. Then one day, I'm waiting on a bench for a train to roll on in. Mom and Pop and me were waiting for a train to roll on in to take us to New York, where our new life will begin. From the south to the north, many more have gone before me. Riding on the railroads, many more have gone before me, wanting to be free like the wind blows through a tree. From somewhere down the track, I can hear that whistle blow. I tap my toes to the beat and hear that whistle blow. Whoa-dee-whoa! The locomotive slides in slow. Lifting luggage up the stairs, the Pullman porter nods at us. Standing by the sleeping cars, the Pullman porter smiles at us. But we can't go in the sleeping cars, and we're not to make a fuss. Tears sting my eyes when I hear the call, "All aboard!" I hug great-grandma and great-grandpa, then I climb aboard. I settle in my seat and wonder what we're traveling toward. Tink-a-tink, tink-a-tink, the engine picks up speed. Canoop-canee, tink-a-tink, tink-a-tink, bye-bye Trade Street Station. Canoop-canee, with a thrumming and a drumming, the train hums a tune to me. I press my nose against the glass and watch the world whizzing by. A patchwork quilt of greens and golds, the world whizzing by. Farms and fields of cotton, roosters pecking bugs nearby. I spy a woman by a washtub, stirring, staring up at me. I wonder what she's thinking, staring up at me. Maybe that tomorrow, so far away, I'll be. The train glides us up to Harlem, New York City. That's where I am right now, painting what's inside of me, sharing stories of my past and the joys and fears inside of me. Like a flower, I have roots in my Carolina past, roots sunk deep in my childhood long past. The people and the places are in my art to last. When I begin something new, I take it slow and steady. I let myself become my art and take it slow and steady. I'll lag behind the beat until I'm sure I'm ready. I want my art to touch each of us so we can understand. I want to follow roads from secret places so we can understand that the blues sing for each of us all across the land. I'm like a singer calling out, then holding back. I'm like a trumpet player blowing loud, then dropping back. When I put a bead of color on an empty canvas, I never know what's coming down the track. As you could see in Romare Bearden's artwork, he liked to use a combination of paints and glued down pictures from newspapers and magazines called Collage in order to create artwork that told a story about his life as an African American in the early and mid 1900s. I'm now going to use these same materials to make a painting collage telling a story from my own life. There is my finished piece, a collage and painting inspired by the artwork of Romare Bearden. In my story that happened when I was about 7 years old, a crowd of people are staring and laughing at me as I say, "Look away, please." A very embarrassing story. I hope you too can be inspired by the artwork of Romare Bearden and create your own collage about an experience from your life. Happy art making, everyone.